What do you think I should do?
I really need
Oh
some
my
help.
god, let me tell you what happened.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Hi guys, welcome to episode 2 of Saved by the Shiro. We have some good questions this week, so thanks for tuning in and I'll jump right in. Number 1 says dating. So I started dating this new guy after being in a really bad relationship for the last 4 years. He would cheat, lie, and I was dumb enough to stay. But now I'm with this new guy and I always accuse him of messing up and I'm waiting for him to do the wrong thing. How do I stop? I really like this guy, but I don't want my past to mess it up. You just have to stop. Like, you can't let what happened to you happen again because of your insecurities. Like, you have to trust this new guy, give him the equal opportunity. If he does something that shows you that he's messing up, then go with that. But don't just impose it on him and stress him out because it's gonna put distance between you guys' relationship. So you just have to wake up one morning and be strong enough to make that decision and say, you know what, I'm gonna be a better girlfriend. I'm gonna give him the opportunity that he deserves, and I'm gonna not accuse him. And time says we're supposed to be together, then we'll be together. Hope that helps. The next one says laziness. I struggle with my laziness and lack of motivation to accomplish so much. I have the potential and I know because I'll do everything in one sitting, but the next day I'll neglect all my responsibilities. What's the best way to stay motivated? I'll always say things like laziness and lack of motivation is self-inflicted. Like, you have to force yourself to be motivated. If you want to be who you want to be in the next couple of years, you have to put yourself on a plan and a schedule to get work done, wake up, get this done this hour, tomorrow, make room for this, and just let it happen. But you can't just blame laziness. That's a self-inflicted problem. So you have to work on that yourself. Okay, the next one says cheaters. So the message, question, how would you feel or what would you do if a friend of yours sleeps with a boy knowing they have a girlfriend? Do you mind your business, bring it up and express disappointment, encourage them to do whatever they please? Okay. Wow, that's deep. Okay, so if I had a friend in my circle who was openly sleeping with a guy who had a girlfriend, I would definitely let her know. Of course, you have to know your friends and know exactly how to say it to them, but I'm not about to be walking around campus with a friend of mine who's like the campus homewrecker. Like, I'm gonna sit down and let her know, like, what you're doing is wrong. I'm not just going to let you do what you please because that's your friend. You're looking out for her best interest, so you shouldn't want her out here being anybody's side piece or mistress. So I definitely think you should not mind your business because that is your business at that point because you're associating yourself with that. Sit her down and let her know, but know your friends. So watch your tone, watch how you deliver the message to her because that can put a dent in y'all relationship and friendship. The next one says depression. The message is, I've dealt with depression for a long time, ever since I can remember. Always been afraid to talk about it because of where I grew up and who I am now. Growing up, I was only allowed to be two things, happy or pissed. But when I talk about being sad, no one has anything to say. What are your thoughts on depression? Wow, this is a serious one. For depression, I would definitely say get the help and the attention you need. Surround yourself by people who do care. So if you're surrounding yourself with family members and friends where they're shutting you out every time you try to talk to them about your emotions, you need to find friends and family members that do care. You shouldn't feel alone, and I definitely feel like it's a serious topic, and if you need to take time alone some days, take time alone. If you don't want to go to a certain event or a certain class because you feel like you're having a really rough emotional day, then do that. But depression is serious. It needs to be taken seriously, and I think you should surround yourself with people who care about your problem. The next one says my relationship. I've been in a relationship with my girlfriend for a few months and she hasn't told her family we're together. She's told them I'm her best friend. And it turned me off, and she doesn't have the freedom to go out without her family on her back. It's so annoying. I recently saw a girl around campus and I approached her because I thought she was cute, but I stayed. But I left it there. Should I leave my girlfriend? Okay, that escalated really, really quickly. If you care or love about your girlfriend, I don't think the first person you see on campus that's cute, you should just up and leave her for. I'm not sure if you're a girl referencing another girl or a boy referencing a girl, but either way, it's a problem. I think you should sit your girlfriend down and say, hi, why can't I meet your parents? Why am I being introduced as the best friend? What's the issue? Talk about why she can't hang out with you with certain limits. It also depends on the age It's not really normal if you guys are like at a college level and she can't like go out with you. That's a little awkward. So I feel like you guys should sit down and talk about that before you just decide to up and leave her and talk to the one girl that you thought was cute on campus, because I'm sure there are thousands of other pretty girls on campus. Okay, this one's really long. It says, subject, was I wrong or was I right? So my best friend has been seeing this guy for a little over 2 years now. They've been on and off like most couples, but every time I turn around, she's either posting him on Instagram saying she loves him or saying she hates him, trying to publicly humiliate him by calling him her faggot or something like that. I'm not one to judge because I have gone back to someone I shouldn't have plenty of times, but in my defense as her friend, I feel like she makes herself look crazy. So I sent her a long message basically telling her I don't think that she should be putting her and the guy's business on social media. She looks crazy, blah, blah, blah. She read your message and she didn't respond. And in your defense, you would like to know whether you should reach out or leave it be. If this is your friend, your best friend like you say she is, I think you should definitely reach out again. Clearly something in your message hurt her feelings, even though you stated you didn't mean to hurt her feelings. So maybe you should just hit her up like, hey, I texted you the other day. I don't know if I hurt your feelings or upset you, but hit me back, girl. Another thing to go with that, you have to know your friends. I have a couple of friends, like a handful of friends, and I know each and every one of them down to like their toes, like down to their feet. You have to know who's sensitive, who's strong enough to take like your blunt statement. So you can't just text your sensitive best friend like, girl, you out here looking crazy, because she's gonna go in defense mode. So you have to learn your friends, and also if that's your best friend, don't leave anything be. If there's like an awkwardness between you guys, you should definitely reach out to her. But if she's still acting salty about that, she'll come back around, especially if it's over a boy. Boys have a way of coming in between friendships all the time. She'll come around if she really wants your help, because what she's doing on social media is looking a little crazy right now. The next one says social media advice. Hey girl, I'm looking to reboot or start with fresh social media. I feel like I've been doing it all wrong. I'm looking for something inspirational like yours. I just feel annoyed with all my accounts, but I don't want to delete them. Any tips on getting the right amount of followers and starting fresh with social media? It's definitely all about your content, so try to put things that will appeal to your viewers on your Instagram and on your Twitter, Facebook, whatever you have. Just make sure the content is good. Figure out who your audience is. And I will also say one thing that gets your followers up or gets your current followers engaged is a photo shoot. Like, schedule a professional photo shoot and just get some bomb pictures flowing. People will be like, oh, what is she up to? People will engage with you more, and then your followers will grow and develop more. So I definitely think that you should start off with a fresh photo shoot and kind of figure out who's following you so you know what to give them and provide for them. Okay, this is the last one. It says life in general. I have 3 questions. Okay, as a college student, how do you balance your social life along with school and internships? That social life is like last on my list. It's always like internships, school, then social life. So I definitely feel like, I don't know if you watched my last video, but it talked about getting a planner, utilizing your calendar, start marking when events are, start marking when projects and assignments are due, so you can have that on your schedule so you can prioritize better. To the second question, was it hard getting an internship? It wasn't hard, but it's a tedious process. So I feel like it's all about your level of passion. Like, how bad do you want to be successful and how bad do you want to be occupied? So I definitely feel like you should set time aside out of each day, an hour or 2, even 3, just to find internships and fill them out. So yeah, it wasn't hard. It's just a dedicated process. It's like a part-time job. So how do you know what field was right for you? I just felt it. No one knows this, but I started off as an MBA major. So I was studying in these business classes with big dreams of just jumping into like the business of fashion. So I was sitting in these classes. They were pretty easy. I thought they were okay, but I wasn't passionate about them. I had no drive. So someone recommended me to Scripps, my journalism and communications department, and I just knew it was for me from the first class that I sat in. I felt like it's a gut feeling, so you'll know in your gut when you're in the right major or in the right class. So I hope that helps, guys. Thanks for tuning in to episode 2 of Saved by the Cheryl, guys. I hope my advice helped. I'll see you guys next week.